record. And I am going to turn it over to Casey. All right.
There you go. Okay, so hey y'all, I'm Casey. I'm from Arkansas, and as Tressie said, I just hit executive manager last month. I have over 65,000 in personal sales volume, and yeah, I started in April of 2020, right when COVID kind of started.
And she lives in a no-ship state.
So I actually have my customers in Jonesboro. I have their orders shipped to FedEx in Memphis, and between me and 4 other consultants, we take turns driving to Memphis and picking them up and delivering them. So, okay, you can go to the next slide. So there's a lot of information, but to focus on what I've been doing the past couple of months in regards to like the holidays. I've made a target list of just anybody I can think of that may be interested in wine or hosting a tasting, corporate gifts, but I keep a list in my phone and I constantly add to it and keep referring back to that. But gyms, personal trainers, realtors, other direct sales reps, which I'll talk about in a minute, title and mortgage companies, you know, get a neighborhood group together to host a tasting. Same thing with various social clubs. Art galleries are hosting all kinds of art shows right now, and they already purchase wine. So, you know, that's an idea just to talk to you about Scout and Cellar. You can go to the next one, Tracy. Which kind of ties into mutually beneficial relationships. So as I said, these art galleries are already buying wine. So you just have to get it in their head to buy Scout and Cellar, or maybe to set up a table and serve samples, or, you know, paint the canvas classes. A lot of retail stores are having their holiday after hours events right now. So ask if you can bring Scout and Cellar. You get a lot of new customers that way. Realtors, you know, they're already gifting things. So this is an idea that makes it really easy for them. Airbnb hosts, they love leaving like a bottle of wine and some little snacks, or vacation rental owners. I mean, they don't have to go shopping for it. You can just send them a case and they have wine to give to their guests. You can go to the next one. So I do a lot of personal reach outs. People don't need wine. They don't need it, but you have to put it into their head that they want it and why they want it. I kind of try to make it like I offer a concierge service. I'm not just selling them something. I can, you know, help them learn about wine. I can deliver their wine, help them plan a dinner party or a wedding, or figure out what to serve at a wedding. And then a lot of these people, especially like realtors that may not have tried the wine, that I really want to get them on board, I'll give them like a bottle of Fieldhouse or Resident for them to try. And then I'll give them like our gift guide. It just kind of depends. And then the picture on the right, a friend owns a charcuterie business, and I've been trying to get her on board, whether it's to collaborate doing tastings together with her charcuterie, or if she wants to sign up as a consultant. So I dropped her off 2 bottles. She said she liked Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, with a little handwritten note and our earning opportunities guide. Just set that on her porch and checked back about a week later, like, hey, have you had a chance to try the wine? And I mean, now I have a new customer from her. Still working on her becoming a consultant, but you can go to the next one. But either way, you have to put that idea into their heads. I mean, hey, do you want to host a tasting for your book club or your bunco group? Or they don't just think of these things most of the time. For the corporate gifting, I printed off the gift guide, wrote a handwritten note that just says, hey, I'd love to be your wine girl. I can help with anything from dinner parties to corporate giftings, and I also do free tastings, and put my business card, the little Our Story booklet, cheap manila folders, and I had some stickers, some Scout and Cellar stickers, but I've been keeping those in my car, and if I see someone who I know owns a business, I give them one. You know, I've dropped a few off at a title company, a couple of real estate agents, and just putting it out there that we have these awesome gift sets, and we can make it really easy for them. You can go to the next one. Social media is by far the biggest help, I think. I don't necessarily get like random sales off of social media, but it reminds my customers and potential customers, people I know, about our sales and new wines. They learn things, and I've really been trying to get them to follow my social media because I've just been trying to push that, and so far it's really helped. Like, it's every day I've had a few people message me that they're interested and want me to make recommendations. So start social media if you haven't already, even if it's just Instagram and it's a private page and you're posting pictures. That way your friends, your family can go follow what's going on with Scout and Cellar. And then I've been putting my QR code on everything, like even the stuff I set up at tastings, so that people can just easily scan it and order right from their phone, or go straight to my Instagram to make sure they follow it. So even if I don't get a sale at that tasting, at least they're following me on social media. Okay, next. And then, I mean, content ideas. It doesn't have to be, you can take whatever Scout and Cellar gives us. You can do your own thing, which I recommend. If you cook, post a picture of what you cooked for dinner with a bottle of wine that you're pairing with it. Give gift ideas, clean crafted facts, unbox your Scout Circle and post a video. Take polls and ask questions, like, just, it doesn't even have to be about wine, just anything, just to get people involved. I love sharing our brand stories and, posting pictures of the different wines of that brand. Wine reviews. Of course, people want you to drink the wine and tell them what you think about it. And then I take my wine everywhere I go. We travel a lot, and I always pack, a couple of bottles at least. You never know. Take pictures. It gets attention. Okay, next. So November, this week, me and 4 other consultants in town are doing a sip and shop. We're going to display all of our gift sets and then serve the wines that are included in those gift sets. So by all 4 of us, co-hosting together, we've invited all of our customers or friends for people just to drop by. They can sample the ones they want to. They can feast their eyes on our gift sets because they're so pretty. And we'll be there to help them take an order. And so far we've got a huge response. So I think it's going to be really successful. And then, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of stores are doing like holiday open houses or after hours events. Pitch it to them to see if you can set up a table, even if you're not serving the wine, see if you can set up some stuff in their boutique or, you know, it's a great way to gain customers. And then Beth Overzat, I totally stole this idea from her, and I think she's gonna mention more about this later, but Toast Around Town campaign for Small Business Saturday. I'm going to take a bottle of bubbly around about 12 different small businesses in town. I've contacted them ahead of time. I'm just going to gift them a bottle of champagne, take pictures of merchandise in their store, post it on social media, and just as, you know, publicity, but also to kind of make the connection when they do want to do after hours events. I can bring the wine, and maybe I'll even gain a customer in those businesses. Yeah, I think that's it for that. For our holiday gift set tasting on Thursday, I've printed off, got these like cheap frames on Amazon. They look really nice, but I've printed all of the gift sets with the QR code that takes you directly to the gift set on the website. So, and then December, I am planning to do a favorite things holiday party with other direct sales reps. Like we would all bring 3 of our favorite products or even a gift card or something. And just because I found that those direct sales reps are some of my best customers because they understand the hustle. They're posting their stuff on social media too. Maybe they'll post some of mine. So that's kind of in the works. I'll have some more details on that later, but you would bring like three products and you would go home with 3 different products and some new customers, hopefully. And then I'm also doing a paint party. They do this every year. They paint, an artist teaches them to paint a Santa, and they drink wine while they do it. So I'll just pour some samples. Okay, I think that's it. So the number one thing that helps me get actual sales is follow-ups. 80% of sales require an average of 5 follow-ups. And I think it's like less than half consultants or sales reps don't ever follow up after like 3. So if they don't respond the first time, then try a different method and space it out, like maybe 1 to 2 times a month. You don't want to bug them, but just because they didn't bite immediately doesn't mean they won't. It just may not be the right time, or they might not need any wine. And then circle back a few months later and just keep after them. Just don't bug them. But you definitely have to follow up. A lot of the times, like I'll text them, hey, did you try that Chardonnay? What do you think of it? You know, you just have to keep at them. Just make it seem like it's not a sale. Like you just are asking, you know, hey, are you having any holiday parties coming up? Or just be real casual about it. Remind them. You can go to the next one. So the way I kind of still seal that deal is remind them, hey, if you liked that wine, the last day to order by Thanksgiving is today, or we can do that with Christmas too. Or, hey, I know you love Middle Jane. It's on sale today. Let me know if you need to stock up. And then Jill Graham actually just taught me how to do this, but go back and look at your customers, and you can run a report to see which of your customers have ordered these brands and these wines that are on sale. And then you can send messages just out to them. And then to get them to actually book a tasting, because I love booking tastings. That's when I get even more customers. But just say, hey, my December calendar is filling up really fast. I've got a couple of Thursday nights open, and try to get them to nail one down. I have a lot of people that say like, yeah, I'd love to host a tasting, but they just don't ever follow up on it. So just nail them down. Anybody have any questions?
So let me stop sharing here so we can see everyone's faces. I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
So Small Business Saturday is November 27th. That's an awesome way to kind of close the month really strong. Can you tell us how you found these small businesses? Are you putting something on social media? Are you walking up to them? Are they your friends?
Well, I did put something on social media, like asking friends of small businesses, what do you sell or whatever. I got a lot of randoms. So I, in my head, have just picked basically 12 businesses that I'm a customer of, that I support. And they were totally excited that I wanted to come shout them out on social media. So
yeah, free publicity is always good.
Yeah, well, yeah. And so I've got a doggy daycare, and I want to take a bottle of the Greeter bubbly to them. And then a clothing boutique. Let's see, what else is on? A jewelry store, a florist. And all of these people too, like the florist, I'm trying to get him to do wine tastings when he does like classes where they, learn how to make their own vase arrangements and that kind of stuff. So there's kind of a strategy to these people that I'm supporting for Small Business Saturday too. I want them to continue to use my services.
Yeah, I love that idea. I never even thought about florists. That's brilliant. And
Yeah.
also, so talk more about your Moira Rose, because that was also brilliant.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done this too with when we put out Wilderness Road, I did a video. I think I made like a cocktail dressed as Maleficent. But then for Halloween, I dressed as Moira Rose and just did a little skit. It took me 100 times to get one that was halfway decent. But I encourage you, like, put on a wig, do something silly. Like, it got so many, like I sold, I think like 3 cases after I posted that video. It just reminded people, oh, I need to order some of that, just get creative, come up with silly things to post. And I look at Pinterest a lot.
And so, Casey, my other question was on the corporate gifting, the little packets that you are giving out. Are you getting good responses from people, or are they asking you to come back? And again, are these cold market people that you're just walking into their business? Are you calling them beforehand to say, I'm going to come by with a packet?
A couple of them have been cold. I've just dropped it off, gone in, dropped it off. And then I get the email of who handles the gifting, and I'll follow up with an email. I've not had a lot of luck with just cold calling, but I think, I don't know, when I sell it, I'm able to like tell a story and just making the connection. So I would rather like talk to somebody in person than just do the cold calls. But it's worth a shot. You never know. So
That's right.
Since I deliver all of my wine to my customers, I've been putting a like the trifold brochure on top of all of their boxes on their doorstep, just because sometimes I forget who all owns what business, and who knows, they might need corporate gifts. So just keeping those like in your purse and handing them out to whoever. I mean, you just never know. The more people you reach out to, the more chance somebody is going to bite.
That's right. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions for Casey?
Casey, this is Jill.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, you do such a great job at promoting your business on social media. And I know a lot of people kind of in the back of their head know that they should be doing that, but that they don't want to. They'll say, sorry, I just turned my camera on. But they'll say, you know, I don't want to bug my friends about it. Or people don't, you know, people come on to see about my kids. They're not coming on. So I wonder what you think to yourself when you post that, to kind of overcome that negative talk that is in most people's heads.
Yeah. Well, I used to be like, care, you know, about, oh gosh, I don't want to annoy people, and but now I'm like, they can just unfollow me if they don't like. And honestly, now with the stories, I post a lot of stuff in stories because they don't have to watch that story. You know, they can click to the next thing. But no, I do on my own personal Facebook and Instagram. I post like mostly kids and a little bit wine. But about a month ago, I guess right after Finger Lakes, I did a separate Instagram account just for Scout and Cellar. And I'm trying to kind of get my people to convert over to that page. So then I could separate it a little bit more. But right now I have way more people on my personal pages than I do, I guess, my business pages.
Yeah.
But, you know, and you don't even have to do that. Just on your own personal page, you don't have to do it all the time. Every now and then, every time you drink a bottle of wine, take a picture and just post it. Like, this one's really good. People want to hear about wine. It's not, you know, you're not selling sheets or something. Like, they want to hear wine is fun. You can educate them. You can say, you know, this wine was so good, I paired it with blah, 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 or I don't know, just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be hard, but the more you share, people have to know you're the wine girl. You have to put it out there. Otherwise, they don't know to come to you.
I think that's exactly right. You know, if people aren't going to magically order from you if you don't ask them to order.
That's right.
People don't magically drive through Starbucks. They, you know, Starbucks spends millions and billions of dollars a year on marketing to get people to go to Starbucks.
That's right.
Well, good. Well, thank you, and congratulations on your recent promotion.
Thank you.
And to Casey's point about just making sure that you post every so often so people think of wine and they think of you. I'm in a couple of local neighborhood pages, and there's this girl who sells Lumi Spa. It's like a facial cleanser. And every single time a mom says, I'm having dry skin problems, or, you know, I feel like blah, 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 everyone tags her because she's constantly promoting the new product. She's constantly like doing little stories where she's actually like cleaning her face on like an IG story. And I think it's paid off because every single time someone talks about skin, they all tag her. And so I think that's where you want to get to the point where every single time someone's like, I'm going to run to Spec. Well, no, I can just text Tressie because I'm not going to go buy, $50 worth of random crap, And so like Casey said, you have to make sure you're putting out there because we think it's too much, but that's because we're looking at our own page all the time. I mean,
Yeah,
the algorithms at Facebook don't show people your stuff that often unless they're stalking you.
And also, like, we all follow each other on social media, so we see a lot of Scout and Cellar.
Right.
But we all have different, circles, and so even with other consultants in your own town or area, I love when the other consultants in Jonesboro post because it keeps us relevant. Like, hey, this is the one that everybody's drinking. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, just post.
Okay, I had a question because I want to know how you set up this favorite things party. So you're bringing 3 bottles of wine to share, or?
I will, I'm going to set it up like a tasting. Like, I'll have, probably 4 or 5 bottles of wine for us to drink during this little get together. And then we'll each bring like 3, like I might bring 3 of the little sampler bottles or something, something small, but we'll all bring 3 little things and go home with 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's like a swap.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. That's fun. So
Yeah.
you're not inviting customers of each other. You're literally swapping with other direct sales reps.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because I mean, I do some events like some tastings where, we co-host together, and like I did one with a laundry detergent. But this is just for the direct sales reps because we're our best customers. Like, I know what it's like for them to, be in this kind of side gig. And so if I need makeup, I try to order from them and vice versa. So I just wanted to establish that connection. I think I've got, 10 to 12 some of them are customers, some aren't yet. So
that's a great idea. I love that. Anybody else have any other questions for Casey before we wrap it up?
I do. Hi, Casey. Hey. So these are kind of more general. One, like, how do you decide what you're going to drop off? You say you bring samples a lot to people. So like, how do you decide that? And then 2, just like, you're actually like buying a lot of product yourself. So like, how do you make that like the most cost efficient way for you?
The wine that I give away is, I get so much tasting rewards. Tasting rewards and the 60% off, So I've got tons of wine like that I don't buy, and that's what I typically will gift. Or when I've got wine that it's like last year's vintage or something, like, I'll do that because I'm not going to serve that at an actual tasting. Probably I'd rather serve a more current one. But I have like so many consultant tasting reward sets and hostess rewards stocked up that's what I use.
So you're giving the full size bottles usually?
No, sometimes I do like the little cans. And like for Halloween, I did little cans. And I did for that, I bought one of the fridge packs and used, made 12 different things, 12 different little gifts out of it. But I did like You've Been Boozed with the little cans, but the sampler packs are great for that too. Like, and hopefully we'll have another one of those coming out soon, but because you can share 4 different bottles with different people. But and that's only, I don't do that for everybody. It's only like if they haven't been to a tasting or haven't ever tried the wine, and I'm really trying to get, you know, them to come to the dark side. But so it's not really for everybody. I do try to, like, for my Scout Circle customers, when I drop their like a couple times a year, Halloween, maybe Christmas or whatever, but drop like a little goodie off or a koozie or something, just to say thanks for continuing your Scout Circle, you know, things like that.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? All right, well, I hope you guys found this call very helpful. Thank you so much, Casey, for putting together, even your presentation for today is beautiful. We are very thankful that we have amazing consultants that are willing to share their success and their tips with all of us. So thanks, you guys. Have a great Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Thanks.
Thanks, Jesse. Thanks, Casey. Bye.